Today I'm going to be teaching you how you should be marketing your business online during the UK lockdown. So let's get started. It is February 2021 and here in the UK we are still in lockdown. The effects of this on most UK businesses has been disastrous. Of course, a few businesses have flourished, mainly those who are able to operate at full capacity online, but we don't all have that luxury. However, perhaps there is more that you can do online than you initially thought, and maybe there are things that you should be taking more advantage of. Today I'm going to discuss how you can get the most out of your online presence and how your business can adapt to this new digital world that I can promise you isn't going anywhere fast. Stick around and I will share with you what I think is the best form of online content for you to be sharing. I'm Jared Lambie from Punk Tech. I help businesses realise their full potential online through social media, consultation and management solutions. If you want to get started right now on improving your social media marketing and online presence, click that subscribe button and hit the bell so you don't miss any of our new content. The businesses that have been hit hardest by this pandemic are those with physical locations and those who provide services as opposed to products. It's really sad to see so many business locations closed down with no activity whatsoever. And even more so when you realise that many businesses are still paying the bills for those properties. Now the big thing that you should be focusing on is what you can offer right now, rather than all the things that you can't offer anymore. If you can't control something, stop focusing on it and start to focus on something that you can control. There are too many people sat around just waiting for things to get better when they should be out there online pushing their business as far as they can and taking action. If you used to provide services at a specific location, think about how somebody could achieve the same benefits at home. See if you can find a way to teach people how to do it themselves and then sell that service. Or maybe there are people out there who want to do what you do, so you can teach them how to build a business similar to yours. Or provide a pre-made course that you can sell. These kinds of questions should be your starting point, especially if your business was your main source of income and you're struggling without it. If that was the case, then your priority is how can my business still make money? A remote recording artist that I follow on Instagram put it best recently. She said, don't retrain, pivot. Rather than giving up on your aspirations, just change the angle that you approach it from. Make it into something that is a little bit more viable in today's world. If it just isn't possible for your business to make a decent income during the lockdown and you've decided that you have to just sit and wait for things to open up again, that doesn't mean that you just wait and go back to normal. You can still grow during this time so that you can come back in a better position than you were when you came into the lockdown. If you use your time and your resources wisely, there is no reason you can't come out of this stronger than you went in. Obviously, if you're not making as much or any profit as you were before, you're not as likely to be wanting to put money into marketing campaigns and things like that. And I get that. If you do find the room in your budget for some Facebook advertising, then that is great and I highly recommend that you do that, but that's not what we're going to be talking about today. Organic growth is where it's at. You can still reach your clients and grow your client base through social media posting. This is actually even more effective now than it was before the pandemic. People are spending more time online now than ever before. Posts can be more frequent because the furlough scheme means that there are more people sat at home at 2 p.m. on a Wednesday afternoon just scrolling through Facebook. And on top of this, you have an instant common ground with your client base because we are all going through this together and we're all facing similar problems. You can connect to people by discussing the effects and discussing your problems and the challenges and how you're going to overcome them. And you can help people with their challenges. Even if you've not managed to find a way to continue selling your product or your service, that is my doorbell. Back to it. Even if you've not found a way to continue selling your product or service online, I'm certain there is still something you could be giving away for free. You can still provide value on your social pages by posting consistently with engaging content to help your following grow. And if you're doing this correctly, by making every post targeted towards your ideal client, then these new followers should be ready to use your business as soon as you reopen. Another thing you can do is spend time really preparing for your comeback. It's annoying to me when I see people say things like, oh, there's not much I can do right now, so I'm just going to wait until things are better. Just... what? Think of your reopening like your business launch. When you first start a business or launch a new campaign or a new product, you don't just activate it on the day and then just sit there and leave it. You run a promotional campaign. You build it up to be as big a deal as you possibly can. And you make sure that everyone knows what's happening. Your reopening should be an event, not just a regular day at the office. A little while back, I was giving a consultation to a cleaning company. Now, these guys were looking for advice on how to better run their paid advertisements. Because we were discussing which kinds of audiences they could be targeting specific ads to, I mentioned targeting businesses for cleaning operations because they're the bigger clients who bring a bit more profit in because they are bigger jobs. Their response was that they're not seeing much in that area at the minute because most of the businesses are closed. And that's a really fair point. So I said that they're right, but if you can create an offer for businesses that are about to reopen, where say you go in and give them a full deep clean the day before they're reopening, I feel like a lot of people would be interested in that. Now they hadn't thought of this because just like the rest of us, they've been pretty focused on the negative things and the things that you can't do because of lockdown. And what I tried to make them see is that there are some opportunities. Now I'm not trying to say that the lockdown has been a great opportunity. It's not. It's been bad for most people. But you can still take those silver linings and push for those promotional advantages. So think about this in the context of your business. Is there a way you can make an offer of yours relevant to people in a lockdown or coming out of a lockdown so that when they reopen, they need you? Is there an offer or service you can create that ties into the lockdown experience or the easing of it? Find your target audience for that offer and start aiming your posting, your advertising and your networking towards that group of people. Now, as I said before, I'm now going to share with you one of, if not the best form of online content that you should be posting. Before I do, just do me a favor and make sure you've hit that subscribe link and click the bell so that you don't miss any of our future content. So, the fastest growing form of content right now is video content. Video content is the quickest and easiest way to give information to your fans and followers. And really, I think just a video of yourself taken on a camera phone is the easiest way to make your brand appear more human and to make you more approachable. Now, this doesn't mean that you should just shoot off now and start posting video content and only video content constantly, because what works for some people doesn't work for others. And even though this might be a golden rule for the vast majority of businesses and social media pages, it might not be the thing that works for you and your following. But it is definitely worth experimenting with if you haven't before. Try a video or two and see how your followers react, see how your engagement rates compare with your previous posts. And if it goes well, just start to devote a little bit more time to it and try and come up with more ideas and maybe put a bit more effort into the quality. With how many different platforms are utilizing video and the different types of video content that they are accepting, there is definitely a place for you that will fit well with your style. You can do stories for short videos, there's minute-long videos in Instagram, there's IGTV and YouTube, there's YouTube Shorts, there's TikTok, you name it, everyone is doing it right now. So just see what happens when you get involved. It might just be the next new chapter in your marketing campaign. So that's it for today's video. Remember, making connections is the most important part of a social media campaign, and that is something that has not been taken away by lockdown. And in fact, it's actually been made a little bit easier because of how much time people are spending online. If you like this video, again, just make sure you've given it a thumbs up and a subscribe. Feel free to check out our videos on improving your Instagram profile and on how Instagram hashtags work. And please drop a comment below to let me know which social media platform you would like me to cover in my next video. I've been Jared Lambie with Punk Tech. I'll see you next week.